Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lee Finnegan pushed Poppy Nozawa to confess she slept with Jack Finnegan and blustered about always seeing shame from her family. After Lee brought up what went down between Jack and Sheila, she took a poke about Poppy being one nut of numerous. Since Poppy was close to Jack and had been cagey about Luna father from the progeny go, Lee was induced of her proposition. Jack showed up after being summoned by Lee, who confused him with some talk about his dirty little secret. Once Jack realized Lee was criminating him of sleeping with Poppy, he complained about her paranoia and felt sorry for Poppy being treated this way. Both Jack and Poppy tried to move Lee that she was wrong, but she stood her ground and demanded an affair admission. Lee snapped about Jack being Luna's father and wanted him to unmask the verity. At the Spencer manse on Tuesday's B&B occasion, Luna ran and hid. Formerly Liam showed up. Liam grilled Bill about the door being locked since that no way hap due to all Bill's security. Liam also had enterprises about Bill working from home so much and getting a hermit. Bill's attempt to explain it down as demanding me time only made Liam more suspicious. After Bill said he'd everything under control, Liam wondered what exactly he meant by that. Bill managed to cover, but Liam allowed. Perhaps this was about Luna. At the Precipice House, Steffi gave John Finn news on her return to Forrester Creations, so he assumed this was related to her plan with Daphne. Finn decided it was stylish if he didn't know the details, but Steffi assured him that good would triumph over wrong. After Steffi conceded commodity positive came out of this since her parents were back together, she wondered if Finn's parents might reunite too. Finn allowed. The boat had sailed for Lee and Jack's love. Although Finn abominated that his mama and pater got disassociated, he felt Jack had hurt Lee in the worst way possible with his Sheila deception. Lee will await the maternity results soon and find out if Jack is Luna's father or not, so stick with us for further prognostications on the test outgrowth and updates on all the marvels ahead. Steffi will help John Finn make a surprising discovery that relates to his parents. When Steffi suggested about Jack Finnegan and Lee Finnegan perhaps reuniting, Finn allowed. That boat had sailed. Still, Finn may gain a different perspective as he works through his complicated passions about Jack and Lee's divorce. Maybe Steffi will lead to Finn's consummation that he still has stopgap after all, and leave him determined to fix his parents' bond if he can. Steffi may give Finn some stimulant and act like he'd be the perfect person to bring Lee and Jack back together. Lee will continue to seethe in her office, where Jack and Poppy Nozawa are refusing to admit they had an affair. Are Poppy and Jack telling the verity or just scrabbling to cover up this buried secret? Jack and Poppy are making enough satisfying case when it comes to their claims about not sleeping together. Lee might authentically have this wrong, but she'll remain convinced that Luna Nozawa is Jack and Poppy's love child on Wednesday's occasion. As a result, Jack will surrender to a maternity test and supposedly agree to give Lee substantiation that he's not Luna's natural father. Lee may feel confident that the results are going to prove her reservations, but effects could take an unanticipated turn laterally this week. Could Finn be Luna's biopater? Rather, or could there be some other Joe who sired Luna all those times ago? Anyhow, Jack may not be the maternity answer that Lee's looking for, so we'll bring you more prognostications on the DNA outgrowth. At the Spencer manse, Bill will keep stonewalling Liam about the real reason he's segregating himself at the Spencer manse. Since Bill doesn't want anyone to know about Luna's house arrest arrangements, Liam should remain puzzled about Bill's jest. Bill's secret has to blow over sooner or laterly, so stay tuned for updates on when the Luna news will eventually blunder. Liam Spencer has a fresh plot coming up, so suckers are agitated to see what's ahead for him. Liam will ultimately go back on the frontal burner with a story that's outside his usual box. Liam breaking free from his old love triangle with Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester. Could that mean a new woman is on the horizon for Liam? There's no evidence yet on what Liam's romantic future will look like, but he deserves another chance at love. Liam has made plenitude of miscalculations due to all his flopping between Steffi and Hope, but that's just another great reason for him to fall for someone differently. Perhaps Liam will look beyond his spouses when it comes to his dating pool. Although Ivy Forrester preliminarily showed interest in another chapter with Liam, he might move on with someone completely new rather. Daphne Rose might be a possibility after she's done carrying out her Carter Walton scheme with Steffi, though it would obviously be complicated. Liam may not authorize of the pain Daphne's about to beget Hope, so that could be a hitch when it comes to Liam potentially falling for Daphne. That said, foreigner effects have happened on this cleaner, so we can't rule out Liam and Daphne as a pairing option. Of course, another controversial couple idea might be pairing Liam up with Poppy Nozawa. Since Poppy is Bill Spencer's former honey, we could get behind the messiness of Liam having sympathy for Poppy. Once Liam gets updates on Bill keeping Luna Nozawa hidden at his manse on house arrest, he may side with Poppy about this being a terrible plan. Bill has compassion for Luna and the struggle she faced growing up, but Liam could have compassion for Poppy and her problem child traits rather. No matter how all the Luna maternity drama plays out, Poppy is going to need someone to lean on. Could Liam come that person for Poppy in a major romantic twist? Naturally, it's also possible the show will simply debut a brand new womanish character down the road. B&B might introduce some lovely lady to the oil for Liam when the time is right, so that's another option to consider. Whatever the case, our prognostications suggest that Liam will find love again sooner or laterly, so both Hope and Steffi could get a shock depending on who he falls for. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Liam's coming plot will protest off at some point, so we'll bring you more news as details crop. We hoped it would end B, but then we are tangled in that same old triangle. When the directors brought back Dr. Taylor Hayes, the followership contended for them not to put us on the Ridge Forrester Brooke Logan and Taylor Mary go round again, and easily they did end here. Because then we're for the millionth time. To make a long story short, the Forresters have been ousted at the company that Eric Forrester erected with his bare hands, and Brooke has taken over as CEO. She says and seems to completely intend to try and get the company back for Ridge and his family, but he isn't buying it. This treason is like the straw that broke the camel's back, it's too important. Ridge doesn't watch about Brooke's intentions further than he cares about the fact that she didn't stand with the company. This has caused Ridge to move back into his family's emulsion, and within non-fictional hours he'd his ex-wife and occasionally soulmate, Taylor, in his arms. Within a many days, he's planning a future with her, moving her into the manse until they can lock down a sandhouse. The look in Ridge's eyes tells a different story. He loves Taylor and the stability and fidelity that she brings, but he's missing Brooke. Taylor whisked back into city believing that she was dying. When she set about that her heart failure was actually broken heart pattern, she was relieved. She went through some mending remedy that clicked her to Ridge, while happily declaring her independence. She told us several times that she didn't need a man to be happy, but the alternate that Ridge came running back, she dipped him up with her arms wide open. Surely this world-famed shrink must see this as the ultimate answer. To trust Ridge so fully, while knowing from experience that this is exactly his pattern. The alternate part of his pattern is to leave her for another chance with his Logan. Why is Taylor being so careless with her recently healed heart? Do you suppose her relaxation with Ridge will leave her broken-hearted each over again?